Hey guys, good morning and welcome back to my channel. Today I am a little bit sick, so if you hear it on my voice. Flu season was supposed to be over, but it seems like I caught the last wave of it. So I thought that it would be good to film today something a little bit more reflective and honest regarding my handbag collection, because we're now far enough into 2026 that I can see a little bit more clearly which bags I'm reaching out for the most and which others not so much. So yeah, the topic is going to be the bags that I've been using the least so far in 2026 from my handbag collection, and if I'm gonna consider selling them or not. Because I do really think that there's a really big difference between loving a bag in theory and loving a bag in real life. Sometimes you can just adore the look of something, and then when you have it you realize that it's just not as practical, but you love the idea of it. You love seeing it on the shelf, you love the pictures with it, you love just the idea of owning it, but at the moment that you're using it, maybe just doesn't really work out that well for you. It can be the seasons, it can be your lifestyle, it can be your style, or it can be something about the bag specifically. So we're gonna go through the ones that I've barely used this year so far, my reasons of why I think I'm not using them. There's some of them that I think it's just a phase, others where I just feel like my lifestyle has changed, and then we have a few that I'm really consider selling. So this is going to be a very chatty, honest video, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. So the first bag is one that in no way I will ever regret getting it, but it is indeed one of my least used bags of the past year overall, and it's so annoying to me because I find this bag to be absolutely beautiful. Every single time that I look at it, I just think that it's stunning, that I love it, that it's like a little piece of art, and it's the micro Lady Dior, and it's probably one of the prettiest bags that I own. So in theory I love this bag so much, but I just don't reach out for it. I feel like the crystals make the bag feel like much more unique and very elevated, so I would say that this is the perfect bag for events or things like that. And it almost kind of feels like a piece of jewelry. But what makes this bag hard to use specifically for me, the first thing is that it doesn't really fit my phone. And it's because of the silliest reason ever. It could almost fit. If you really push it, you can make it through. But taking the phone in and out, it is like very inconvenient. But it is due to these earrings right here that just take up enough space to make it not fit for the phone. It also doesn't really fit that much, and the handles are super tiny, but for some reason I don't like the way that it looks with this. I don't know if you guys can tell me how you feel about this, but I feel like this is not the vibe with the bag. Like, I mean, yes, I can wear it like this as a shoulder bag, and it also comes with a crossbody strap. However, this is not how I want to use it, and I don't like that the handles go all the way down. Like, I like this look, and it is just not the most practical because you can very hardly fit your hand inside of the handles. I don't know. It's just such silly things that I know that I can make it work if I really want to. But when it's time to go out and do something, I tend to pick other bags instead of this one. And it's such a shame because I just feel like it's so beautiful. And also the crystals are absolutely stunning. They are what makes the bag, but they snag onto everything. If you're wearing like a sweater or any type of textured clothing, it's going to kind of like snag on it, so you need to be a little bit careful. So with this one, I don't know, I have really considered selling it because it is a really special and also quite of a pricey handbag. However, I'm still in love with it. Like, I really love it. Every single time that I look at it, it just really makes me happy, and I think it's absolutely beautiful, but it is just not practical for me. But I don't want to let it go, but I know that I probably should. So yeah, I would consider this one to be on the chopping block. I just need time, I think, or to kind of adapt a little bit more into using it. Bag number 2. It's going to be my vintage Lady Dior. This bag is quite old. And the reason why I wanted to get this one, it's because this one comes with a zipper closure versus the newer ones that come with this like flap that I find to be super annoying, and the zipper runs super smoothly on this bag. Like, it's amazing. Also, it is gold plated. Like, I really love this bag. I love the lambskin. I love that it's vintage. I got this bag for such an amazing deal, and I originally bought this bag because I've always loved Dior, especially the Lady Dior. I love the canache. I love the hardware. I love that it is a top handle, and this one is in the medium size. And the truth is that there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's beautiful, it's classic, it's timeless. However, every single time that I'm gonna reach out for a black handbag, this one seems to never make the cut. I usually end up going for my Birkin 25 in black because it is a very similar bag, but that one is like open, so I have like free access to everything. Or if I want something smaller, I go for my mini Kelly, or if I just want something of the sorts, I go for my Chanel 25 that is super comfortable too, or my classic flop. I just very rarely seem to be reaching out for this bag, which is honestly so odd because last year I felt like I used it so much, but it's been months since I've actually reached out for this bag. But to be honest, this is not something that I've considered selling because, again, I got it for such an amazing price point, and in life we come and go in seasons. So I think with this one right now I'm just like a little bit more focused in other bags, and maybe at some point I'm gonna want to go back to my carefree vintage bags, and I just simply cannot imagine myself selling it. So for now this one is just gonna stay, and I think it's classic enough, and it's just such a beautiful bag that we are gonna wait on it. Now we have quite a few Hermès bags in this video, so just bear with me because this one I think it's pretty obvious that it was the seasons, but this is my Hermès garden party in the blue lin. This one is in canvas with white leather, and I would say that so far during 2026 this is the least used bag of them all. I don't really see myself using this bag during fall and winter because for me this is like a summer beach picnic fits all type of bag, and I got it literally for that reason. I just wanted something that was going to be very carefree but also beautiful, that I could fit so much, because this bag does fit a lot. But yeah, it had been stored for the longest time. I just decided to bring it now because we're starting to go to the beach a little bit more, so the weather is getting overall better, and this one is kind of like defrosting, but definitely makes it to the least used, so not planning on selling it. Really love the bag. I just think that I need it for spring and summer to arrive, and same will be the case with some bags that I use mainly during fall and winter that I think now I'm also going to just store them away and wait for the season. Bag number 4, I'm not gonna sell it, but it is my Hermès Kelly 25 in verte gris with Epsom leather and gold hardware. And this is a bag that I've talked about before that I just feel like I don't reach out for enough. And the funny thing is that it's not because I don't love the bag or there's anything wrong with the bag. It's just the fact that it's not as practical to me as the Birkin. I think what I've been focusing the most is that I can take things in and out of my bag super easy. And with the Kelly, that's not something that you can really do. It is actually quite inconvenient, and I always have it like this. Like, I never fully close the bag because doing this, opening it, taking things out, closing it again is just such a hassle, and I always get stopped on the street with people telling me like, your bag is open. So yeah, I don't find the Kelly as practical, but I do really appreciate the strap. So this is a bag that I don't think I would ever sell, first of all because I adore the color. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It is super polished. It is in Cellier, so this is a really sturdy bag that I know that maybe in a couple of months, maybe in a year, maybe in 2, I'm going to possibly gravitate towards too. So yeah, this one not going anywhere. I just wanted to point out that yeah, I don't use it much. I sometimes do when I'm traveling a little bit more and I need to be hands-free, but I just like the Birkin more than the Kelly, and I know that I'm probably one of the few that prefers the Birkin because this one comes with a strap, but it's the closure that I find so fussy. But yeah, we're not selling it. This bag is staying with me and I really love it. I just need to have patience and see this through. Next up is the Bottega Veneta Teen Jodie in this like pastel green. I got this bag a year ago and I got it at the same time as a suede one in lavender, and I actually thought at the beginning that I was going to use this one more than the other because this one is in leather. It's a little bit more carefree. However, I just really seem to gravitate more towards Bottega Veneta suede bags because they're more comfortable. The suede one just feels more comfortable, stays on my shoulder, but I still really love this one. I just reach out for the other one a little bit more. And when I got them both, I knew this could happen and that I was going to prefer one or the other. However, I do feel like this bag is beautiful and very comfortable, fits a lot and very much worth keeping. I really love my Bottega Veneta bags. It was really hard to find this color, so yeah, I don't know, but I ended up just reaching out for way more for the suede lavender for many reasons, and I was definitely not expecting that. I think you guys are gonna be quite surprised about this one. This is my Chanel 19 bag in the Oreo tweed in the small size, and this bag, I've had it for years and it's always been like a favorite bag of mine and still is. Not selling it, but I think the tweed is absolutely stunning. It's just a really comfortable bag and it's stunning. It feels really special to me, and I've been definitely leaning more towards like special bags like this one versus, for example, my classic flaps. However, this bag is quite delicate. As you can see, it's a white tweed. Like, it has a bit of cream, a little bit of black, but mainly it's kind of a white bag. It's been raining so much, and when we travel, I'm not keen to taking this bag with me for a number of reasons. First of all, when you're traveling, the weather is a little bit more unpredictable, takes a lot of space, and sometimes I just feel like it goes with certain types of outfits. So when I want to wear with a very cozy look, that's something that I do a lot, but here at home. But in the last 4 to 6 months, I've definitely not reaching out for it as much as I would like to. But yeah, with that being said, this is not a bag that I would ever let go of, at least not in the next couple of years, because I know that in my heart I would regret it. This one, I just really love it. The others I could think of, not the Kelly, but the others I could think of, just this one I just can't. This is my cookies and cream bag. Now this one I find kind of funny because I recently filmed a video with my husband where he was telling me that I love this bag more for the idea of it rather than the practicality of it, and I stand by it. It's a cute bag, but yeah, I don't use it that much. But we're not gonna tell him that he's right. I wanted this bag for such a long time, and I want to own it for a really long time before I decide if it's for me or not, because it is small. Yes, it doesn't fit a phone, but I think the point of this bag is not to really fit a phone. It is more like the history of Louis Vuitton for me, like in a bag. It's like a little hat trunk. It is just so beautiful, and I love that it's like a hard bag. Every time that I see this bag, it really makes me happy, and every single time that I use it, it makes me really happy too. But I, yes, don't use it as often as I would like to. As someone who really loves fashion, this feels like more like a fashion object that you can wear that represents the heritage of a brand to me, rather than a handbag like the others. So yeah, it's definitely not practical, and that is obviously the reason why I don't reach out for it enough. But yeah, I don't know. I cannot consider selling it or letting it go, so that is off the table for now. But yeah, definitely this one made it to the list. And the last bag, this one hurts to share. This is my Birkin 35, which is like this beautiful gray color in Togo with palladium hardware. And I even got like this little palladium charm from Elise for this bag. Now let's start off with, I'm not selling this bag. I feel like I have phases with it where sometimes I'm just more like into smaller colorful bags, and then I always go back to this bag. I just haven't really used it that much in the last couple of months because it is a really heavy bag, not gonna lie. Also because it's in Togo and 35 size, and I am quite short, so yes, it gets heavy, and also it's a little bit overwhelming on my frame. But the reason why I wanted this bag is because I wanted something that was going to fit it all. And I love the Birkin so much that for me the idea of a Birkin 35 was always like a goal that I wanted. And I love it every single time that I use it. But it's just not a bag that I'm gonna take out shopping and walking around the city all day. This is a bag that I use traveling or when I need to take a lot of things with me. I love it. If I'm gonna be out all day and I'm gonna go to place A to place B, absolutely. I also love it for like appointments, things where I need to take my laptop, a book, iPad, a change of clothes, makeup. Like, it is a fantastic bag, and I think this size, I would say that this is the size of a regular tote. Like, if you compare it to the garden party is like even bigger. But yeah, unfortunately, when I was like ranking the bags, I realized that this one was definitely one of the least used bags so far of 2026. But hopefully we're gonna get to travel a little bit more through summer and maybe during fall, and that will mean that I'm gonna take this out a little bit more. But I do have to say that it has been making me think a lot about wanting a Birkin 30, because I love the 35 and I love the 25, but sometimes I feel like the 25 is too small. Very rarely, because it is my preferred size, but then I feel like the 35 can be a little bit too big. I loved the 30 that I had, which was in Blue Celeste, but I think I need to go for something a little bit more neutral and more like everyday. I need a bag in a very neutral, beautiful color, in a very squishy leather. I would even be willing to go for Clemens or something like that. Like, I just want a comfortable bag that I'm gonna grab and not think about it, which is basically this one. Just I find it that it's sometimes a little bit too big, but I really love it. Not selling it, but definitely not used enough in what's been of the year. So yeah, these are the bags that I've been reaching out for the list during 2026. It was really interesting sitting down and thinking and making this list and reflecting. This usually helps me because I've been trying to downsize my collection and also follow the one in and one out. And sometimes looking back on these videos and just pointing out the things that are not working out with each and every single bag, it makes me think a little bit more deeply about the things that I own, what I'm honestly using, and the things that I'm holding on to just because I really love the idea of them. And also adding on to the fact that I don't really store all of my bags at home. Some of this just, I feel like I don't see them because I don't reach out for them. And the bags that I keep on the constant rotation are the others, and it just makes it a little bit clearer to me that if enough time passes that I'm just not putting them into the rotation, that there's something that needs to be done about it, because I really don't aim to have a massive handbag collection. When things are really out of sight and out of reach, it truly makes you think if you are okay with letting them go. And with some of this, as I said, I'm not willing to, but with others, I think, yeah. I'm gonna do a video of all of the bags that I've sold so far this year and the ones that I'm considering selling, including the ones that are on this video today. But we're definitely moving slowly. We don't need to make any dramatic decisions. But I would love to hear you guys out in the comments. What do you think? If you agree, if you have any points on each and every single bag. Sometimes reading the comments really makes me make the final decision with certain bags and realize that it's not just me or in my head, and that you also have that bag and you also find it uncomfortable, and it's a little bit more validating, or maybe just helping me avoid selling something that I might regret. And I would also love to hear what's your least used bag. Maybe it's one that I completely love, and hear your reasons and just chat about it. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing and click the notification bell down below so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you're not done watching, I'm gonna leave you two right here in case you want to check them out. Thank you, and see you on the next one. Bye.